today is his birthday, so we're going to sing happy birthday to him. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Happy birthday, dear Rich. Editor Rich Cairnes. Happy birthday to you. Yay! I forgot what you were saying. And guess what? He edited my book. He doesn't even have a copy yet. Happy birthday. This is your book.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. I put up this cartoon just for you because, see, an editor is going to, what he does when I finish writing, he's going to look for grammar, for punctuation, content, flow, story, and I love this cartoon. When the English teacher snapped, it was like, got milk, the ad. It's like, do you have any milk? Okay, it's like, I'm sorry, ma'am, grammar is no excuse for vandalism. Okay, so this is Rich's style sheet. Well, let me give you a little history with us. I got to know Rich on my very first book. And tell him what you did with book 1. You were
I was a proofreader.
Proofreader. And so tell him how that worked.
Well, that means I get to go through and check for typing mistakes and things like that. I got to tell you one thing. There are two kinds of people in the world. There are interesting people and there are boring people. Authors are interesting people.
Yes.
Editors are boring people. But anyway, I got to go through the first book and just find all the little typing mistakes and things.
Right.
And then books 2 through 5 I have edited, which means I got to actually change a few of the words. Mm-hmm. But the nice thing about editing Jenny's books is she writes so well that I don't really have a whole lot of work to do.
Oh, go on.
I get to read Jenny's books and I get paid to do it. Is that a deal or what?
What a deal. I'm sure they would probably want to do that too. By the way, so let me show you what Rich gets. This is my actual manuscript for The Wind, the Road, and the Way, okay? When I write a chapter for the day, I print it off, okay, and I just put it in this 3-ring notebook, and see, it grows. It's very small when it starts. And then I live with the chapter for about 24 hours, and I read through it, print it several times. I read it before I go to bed. First thing in the morning, I get up, I make my edits to it, and then I move on. Now, before Rich even gets it, I have a group of about 5 people that I send about 2 chapters to every time, and they're reading it live and giving me feedback. But when it's all done, it goes to him, okay? And then tell him what you do with it. Why don't you tell him what a style sheet is? What you do up there.
Okay, as I go through and edit Jenny's books, I make up what's called a style sheet, and that's for the person who's going to come after me, who will be the proofreader, and that tells them how different things are written in the book. Like in Jenny's books, for example, they're all written in English, but each of the characters, because they come from different countries, speak with an accent. You know what I mean?
Like Max Rules is ours. Okay.
And so each of them has to be written or spelled a little different way so that you can tell that they have an accent. So what I do is I make a style sheet and explains how each of the characters talks, shows them how we spell different words, what versions of the Bible are used in the book, and then after it's printed the first time, after they print what's called the proof, then the proofreader goes through it and uses my style sheet to make sure that everything matches.
Mm-hmm. And they make what's called an advanced reader copy. And this is when it goes to typesetting. I'll get it in a minute. Anything else you want to say about the books or about the process or editing or anything? Do you enjoy being an editor?
I do enjoy being an editor when I get to work on books like Max and Liz. There are some books that I have edited that I didn't enjoy quite as much, but
mine are just fun. So you would give a ringing endorsement to these children to read my book?
I did. In fact, Anna came with us today, a neighbor of ours, who has now read all your books up till now.
And in 3 days, right? Sure. All that work we do, and they read these books in 3 days. I mean, don't you want them to go read it again? I mean, we labor, blood, sweat, and tears, hours. Rich and I are just. We love it when you read it fast. That's good. That's a good thing. Okay, anything else?
Don't think so.
Okay, let me see if I have you on another slide or anything, or if that's it. Oh, well, let's talk about typesetting. So after after you do your thing, oh, and let me tell you how this works. So Rich, he has a Word document, and then he'll make what's called track changes. If you've ever seen this feature in Word before, he makes a change to it, and a little red bubble comes up. And I can tell what he marked or changed in my document. Then he sends that file back to me, and I get to say accept or reject. And sometimes he asks me questions. I love it when he says, is this true? He says that to me all the time, and I'm like, yes, it's true. But there were a couple things actually in this book where I wasn't very clear, where I was talking about the Trojan horse. And you said, this isn't very clear. So I went back and I kind of, rewrote that to be a little bit more clear. And then, so we do all those, and then you get like one more read through, and then it goes to typesetting, okay? And then that's when the typesetter, you see, makes a Word document look nice. It turns it into book form. See all these little touches, like the header and the page number, and just the spacing of the words is how they typeset the book. And then we're on illustration. So let's give Rich a hand for coming up here. Thank you, dear.
Thank you very much. One more thing I wanted to mention is I've been working with Jenny now for about 5 years, I would say.
5, 6, yeah.
And we just met for the first time a couple of years ago. I do all my work by the internet. She emails the book to me. I go through and mark up changes, email it back to her. Only about 2 years ago, she was up here to visit some schools. And I got to meet her for the first time. So I've done 5 of her books, but this is only the second time that we've actually seen each other.
And actually, yeah, the day we met, I had been here that afternoon. Yeah. And his son goes here.
I was going to say.
Yeah. Where's Jedediah? Where is he?
There he is.
See? Look, and he's famous. So his dad's the editor of these books. Okay?
And his sister Lydia is here today,
And
too.
she's there